School says the air must meet at the back of a wing, but filmed smoke proves the top air arrives first, so that story is simply false. A fully loaded jumbo jet weighs 400 tons, yet it hangs on nothing but moving air. So what is actually holding it up? Here's what most of us were taught. The top of a wing is longer, so the air over it must speed up to meet the bottom air at the back. Faster air, lower pressure, and the wing gets sucked up. But when you actually film the air, watch what happens. The top stream shoots past the back first, long before the bottom air arrives. They never meet. The whole story falls apart. A thin, flat wing with no longer top at all still flies, and planes fly upside down. So keep this question in mind. If it isn't the longer path, what really holds the plane up? In 1901, two bicycle mechanics in Dayton, Ohio hit this same wall. Wilbur and Orville Wright built gliders that made only 1/3 of the lift the trusted tables promised. First, they improvised. They bolted a model wing and a flat plate to a spinning rig on the handlebars. Then they rode down the street, letting the wind decide which shape lifted more. So they built one of the world's first useful wind tunnels, a wooden box 6 feet long. An old gas engine drove a steady wind straight through it. They tested around 200 tiny wings, one careful reading at a time, and they found a number everyone had copied for 150 years was simply wrong. So, here is the real thing. The wing meets the air at a small upward tilt, the angle of attack. The air bends and clings to the curved surface, top and bottom. Because the air is turned, it leaves the back of the wing angled downward. The wing is throwing a whole river of air toward the ground. And here's the answer. Push a river of air down, and by Newton's third law, the air pushes the wing straight up. That upward shove is lift. That is what holds the plane up. Look at the very same wing through pressure instead. Fast air on top means low pressure, slow air below means high pressure. Newton and Bernoulli aren't rivals. They're one force seen two ways, and both are right. We can write the whole thing as one equation. Lift equals the air's punch times the wing's size times its shape. That punch is just fast air hitting harder, and thrown the other way, it's the mass of air pushed downward every second. Tilt the wing more, and it deflects even more air, so lift grows and grows. But there's a limit. Push past about 15 degrees, and the air can no longer cling to the top. It tears away into churning wake, and the lift collapses in a single instant. This is a stall. So back to our jumbo jet. 400 tons needs about 4 million newtons of upward push. It gets every bit of it by hurling a couple of 100 tons of air downward every single second. And you felt this yourself. Stick a flat hand out a car window, tilt it up, and the air shoves it skyward. A helicopter rotor, a drone, a sail. All the same trick. Shove fluid one way, get shoved the other. So here's what you now know. The air meets at the back story? A myth. A wing flies by throwing air downward, and the air shoves right back up. A wing isn't magic, and it isn't suction. It's a machine for shoving air down. And 400 tons of steel rides quietly on that. Thank you for watching. Our small team works tremendously hard on every one of these animations. Following, subscribing and sharing is what keeps Autus alive. There is a new video every day. See you tomorrow.